What's this, champ?
Huh?
What we watching?
YouTube?
Huh?
YouTube?
Yeah, I wonder if it's to get copyrighted.
How?
I don't know. Let's check and see if this thing gonna get copyrighted. What up with it?
How?
Hey, what's good with it? Yeah, Shakur Stevenson. Ha. What's good, man? I ain't mad at Shakur. That's Shakur opinion. So that's what he think. Okay. Good for him. You know. What's good with y'all, man? Born Hustler, what's up with you, man? Jay, what's good? LDUBB boxing, man, what's good? Yo, I'm just jumping on. I'm a little bored right now. Just trying to jump on, see what y'all talking about. I've been active. Y'all already see that fight, Virgil Ortiz, Boots ain't happening. Y'all already see that, right? Y'all been watching. I know y'all stay close to what the news is, but that fight ain't happening. Yeah, and Billy versus Munguia. Huh. Man, and Billy need to fight that Martinez dude again, man. Why the hell he fighting Munguia? He needs to fight They need to run it back. It's a draw. Oh, you in the gym? Vibe. What's going on, man? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you in the gym, big dog? What you getting it on? Yeah, I'm just sitting here, man. My son is watching some stuff on TV. I don't know what the hell he watching. Yeah. Norman Haney up next. Yep. I can't wait for that. Oh, you think? Look, Virgil gonna be ready. Virgil is already ready for Boots, but I just don't think he beats him. Virgil been ready for Boots. What's up, champ? Huh? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I think. Hey, Jay, I think Virgil been ready. I mean, look at the competition he's faced. He's faced a lot of guys at 100, some good competition at I think 154. But I just think that Boots got definitely more skills, a lot more skills, and a lot more ability than Virgil. You know, Virgil's good at what he does, but you know, I notice certain things that he struggles with, and one of the things he struggled with is movement. He struggles with guys that move. Boots create too many angles. He creates too many angles. You know, his feet too good. You know, he creates a lot of angles, side to side, in out. A lot of movement up front. You know, he give a lot of different looks too. Hold on, I'm gonna go through the dark real quick. I'm gonna go to a different room. Hold on, I'm going to a different room. Yeah, I'm going to a different room. Ooh, spooky. Ha. Can't even see me in this motherfucking dark. Ah, that's crazy. Yeah, now I'm in my other room now. Let me close this window up. Ain't trying to have nobody come through this mug. Come through my damn window. I that's the only thing I see. Like I see the footwork of boots being an issue. You know, up front, I see being an issue as well. Boots know how to play that. Boots know how to fence. You know, he knows how to fence. Use that jab. That's gonna give Virgil issues. I mean, you know, that quickness, that speed, that footwork in and out. I mean, it's just too much. You got too many dimensions. I think that's just what it is. Too many dimensions for Ortiz. You know, Ortiz got that high guard, stepping left, stepping right. You know, he tries to stay in front of you. He's just too stiff, too stiff. Boots all day. Boots all day. Boxing analyst gonna respect your takes, please. Call out the premature stoppage. No, hell no, man. Come on, bro. That was not that dude. That dude was lifeless on those ropes, man. The referee should get a reward, bro. Like I promise you, bro. Boxing analyst, I'm telling you what my eyes saw, where he got it clipped and his body went limp, bro. He went limp, and then he got hit with three, four, five, boom, 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 boom. And dude, bro, he would have fell on his face. Yeah, he would have fell on his face if the referee didn't step in, dog. He was asleep on the ropes, straight up sleep on the ropes. So I don't think that was a premature stoppage. He he was damn near gonna get killed, man. That was spot on, boxing analyst. I promise you, bro. He was asleep. But anyways, let's see what else. Virgil wants to fight Spence. See, look, Virgil, he gonna say he want to fight Spence because he knows that's an easy pick. You know how long Spence been out the ring. You know, it's an easy pick. That's what he's after. He's after some sort of like legendary fight. Spence was the last one at 54. No, excuse me, 47 actually. He never even fought at 54 yet. But Spence got that credibility, man. Spence is that name. Spence is that name that resonated with him, over in Texas. Because that's where Virgil's from. So, why not have a showdown, Dallas, wherever, Cowboy Stadium with Earl Spence? That's his goal. That's always been his dream fight. So, but still, if it's Spence or somebody else, it ain't gonna be Virgil. It ain't gonna be Boots. I tell you that. It ain't gonna be Boots because everybody sees the matchmakers at Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. He ain't dumb. He a fighter. The trainers, Robert Garcia, all of them. They know. They know. You know what I mean? And they know they not gonna get their boy knocked off because I'm telling you, he get in the ring with Boots. I don't care what any. I'm telling you guys right now, Boots is going to serve him up, and he's gonna beat him, and he gonna embarrass Virgil. I'm telling y'all, y'all don't believe me. Y'all don't have to believe me, man. Y'all didn't believe me with the Crawford Spence. Y'all didn't believe me when I told y'all about the Canelo. I'm telling you, okay. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But and they see it. That's the reason why they don't want to do the fight. They don't want to do the fight with Boots. Hell no. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Not at all. So, anyways, that's just what it is. Uh, Hold on. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. I got Norman, man. I'm going with Norman. That's what I'm going with. I'm going with Norman. Can Haney very well outbox him? Yeah, he could, but I'm going with Norman. I think Norman going to show us something a little bit different. Excellent work you have been cooking. I appreciate you, man. Do you think Earl and Ortiz would be a good fight? I don't think Earl and Ortiz would be a good fight. Earl's been out of the ring too long. I don't think it's going to be a good fight. No, no, I don't. I don't think even Earl's just trying to stay in shape, man. I don't even think Earl wants to get up in that ring, to be honest with you. You know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean the money got to be right for him, I think. If the money's right, I think he'll get in the ring. But if the money ain't right, he ain't finna sit there and play. Look, when he fought against Crawford, he made 25 plus million. So like I don't think he gonna get in the ring for nothing less than that, maybe a little 15 to 20 million. But yeah, he ain't finna get in there with no Virgil Ortiz for no 5, 6 million, 8 million. I don't think so. I could be wrong though. We'll see. Yep. Bar you who Xander? I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is, man. I gotta look that dude up. Boots gonna dog walk Virgil. He could. He could. See, I'm talking about the movement of Boots and just the angle changes, but I think Boots can also back him up. Boots throws combinations, man. He throws quick, hard combinations, fast combinations, and he has a high work rate. So like okay, if you want to try to outbox Boots, he can outwork you. You wanna slug with him, he can fight the inside. He can do that too. If you want to come forward, he can move on angles. Boots got he. If you wanna If he having a hard time in the orthodox stance beating you, he can go to southpaw stance. Like, he's another guy that's really diverse, man. He got a huge bag of tricks, man. A huge bag of tricks. Great counterpuncher too. Boots got them level changes too. Yeah, yeah, of course. Level changes just a part, just bending your knees. You know what I'm saying? Bending your knees, acting like you can go here and then you're going upstairs. That's all that level changes are. Just bending your knees and changing levels. That's it. And you can change levels to combinations too. And Boost does that extremely well. Yeah, he up and down with those combinations. He'll confuse the shit out of Virgil with those combinations. Anyways, I'm not taking a look. Virgil's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. I'm not saying he's not. Hey, he's a great. Virgil is a good fighter. He is. He's been proven. But he's not on Boost level. I promise you, he's not. Let's see, Virgil problem. Slugs that, yeah. See, you think good competitor at 54? Yeah, I think Norman to be a good competitor at 54. I think he somewhat, I don't want to say struggle to make weight at, but I know he looked thin as hell when he making weight. He got some big legs, man. Norman got some big, strong legs. Yeah. Did you guys see that? Were you guys able to see that damn episode they did on him? Norman when he was running and stuff. Did y'all see Norman run? Boy, that boy, that boy run like an old man, bro. Yeah, did y'all see Norman run, man? I was like, damn. I was like, boy, that boy, don't show that man running. Don't ever show him running ever again. That man don't. He looked crazy. His leg was bow-legged as hell running. He did not look right. He did not look smooth, man, at all. I was like, damn. That man running style is, ooh, Lord. I know he ain't chasing no damn chickens. That's for damn sure. He ain't chasing no chickens. Hey, no doubt. Tiger John. Oh, thoughts, man. Tiger put it down, man. Damn. Hey, Tiger showed up. He left Johnson at home. I told y'all, Tiger showed up, man. Tiger showed up. I appreciate the $2 big dog. Yeah, he showed up, man. He showed up and he showed out. See, Tiger had the right punches. I didn't get a chance. I was gonna make a video about it, but I didn't get a chance to because I was looking at flaws and I was just like, damn, he got a lot of flaws. Got a lot of flaws, and I was like, damn. I see him get ate up with the jab a lot. He got toe up with the jab, man. He's getting eat up with the jab, and then the right hand too. Carries his hand very low. I think the speed of Tiger was an issue. The length was an issue, but mainly the speed, man. That quickness that Tiger has. Um, I think it was too much. He was beating Flaws to the punch. Flaws is one of those guys that he don't load up with his punches. He kind of throws them from where they are, and I would say some of them, but arm punch. He do got heavy hands though. You know what I mean? But too many bad habits, man. And you got a sharpshooter like freaking Tiger, man, and he was spot on with that right hand too behind that jab, man. And he put those combinations together. I really liked his confidence. I liked his, that moxie inside the ring. He looked like he was comfortable. He was having fun, and he was on a mission. He heard all the naysayers. He heard all the talking, and he was like, I'm finna come out here and I'm finna put on a show. You know what I mean? And this is a guy that a lot of people is respecting and think that that's gonna beat me. And he showed that there's levels to this game. And I'm proud of him, man. I'm proud of him. This was a big step up fight for him. I'm serious. Like, his career was on the line, people. I swear to you, his career was on the line. If he did not perform like he was supposed to, his contract could have been up. I promise you that. Okay. And ain't nobody finna be wasting their time if you're not gonna be a world champion. Ain't nobody gonna waste their time with you in this game. This game is cutthroat. You look at football players, if they not, holding their own and or they deal to the bargain, they get let go. It's the same thing in boxing, man. Get that pink slip, or you go, yeah, get that blue pen, and you gotta, I'm like, released. Get that release notice, man. So Tiger, good job, man. That was a hell of a knockout. Damn, that was a hell of a knockout. Yeah. Yep. Let's see, Venezuela in the house. Tim, you're gonna make a comeback. Look. I'm training. I'm training. I'm training. I'm getting up in the morning. I'm running. I'm staying dedicated, staying disciplined. Don't matter rain or shine. I'm just kind of getting back in the groove of things, shadow boxing, abs, doing my calisthenics. I'm trying to get my body back in shape, man. You know, never know. I do a lot of talking. Um, you never know. Somebody might, bark up this tree, and I'll eat shit. I'm telling you, yeah, in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be ready. I will be ready. Just know that. Yeah. So let me see what we got. Hey, I appreciate you. Devon, I appreciate you, man. Let's see. I was about to say you look like Timothy Brand. That's funny. Brandon Adams versus Boots is a better fight than Virgil. Adams, yeah. That's a really good. I think Adams is a really good fight. I think he's one of those guys. I'm gonna tell you what Brandon Adams is. He's one of those guys that everyone's gonna stay away from. That's what he wanted. He's one of those guys that everyone's gonna stay away from. He's Brandon Adams gonna have to. He gonna have to knock down the door, man. He's too damn tricky, too damn good, and you know there's too much like what if we were to what if we were to fight him, how would the fight go, it's like I don't know, you know what I mean, because he's versatile too, but he's rough and he can be very tricky. He's a guy that is really hard to look good against. Yeah, he's one of those styles that's really hard to look good against, and so I think he's one of those guys that's on the board inside the office of promoters. Like, do we really want this guy? Put him over here, like off limits. He off limits. So we can work with all these other dudes, but that dude right there, if we have to fight him, then we'll fight him. But shit, if we ain't gotta fight him, we gonna stay far away from that dude right there because yeah, he'll overachiever. Hell no. We give him an opportunity. He might damn well we gonna need some options. Yeah, y'all know what options are, right? On the contract. So like, Adams come in and I say he freelance or he with a different promoter. Yeah, no, and he about to fight the champion or fight a fighter that the promoter, the A side fighter. And if he beats him, and then they have options on him. You know what I'm saying? So say if it was a belt holder, hey, the belt holder loses to this guy that's not part of our stable. Guess what? Now he is. We got a 3-fight deal or 2-fight deal. He gonna come with options. You know what I'm saying? That's for damn sure. So that's usually how promoters tie you up, man. If you're fighting on with a different promoter, you defending your championship or something like that, man. And it's a voluntary defense. You put options in that contract. That's what they do. And so then you have to fight for them for 3 fights. So that's what options mean. Anyways, greetings all the chat. Hello everyone. Timothy Bradley. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. Tiger is a great fighter and a future champion, but he still needs to work on some defense and some footwork techniques. I've been a huge Tiger fan quite a while. Yeah. Yeah, Tiger's young, man. He's young. He's not that young. I take that back. He's not that young. I think the man might be what 26, 27. I mean, that's still young. He right in the midst of his prime. He might be a little bit older than that though, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe that I'm thinking of maybe I'm thinking of Shushu. Shushu's older. Let me see. Fedora beats Boots. You think so? You think he beats Boots? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of holes in Fedora's game. Boots got enough power, enough speed, enough movement. Look. I talked to my brother today, man. He was just basically telling me, and it's a fair assessment. He says, "Look, I see some flaws in Boots that I don't like. He gets hit. He gets hit with left hooks. Sometimes he can be irresponsible defensively. He goes, you know, we can sit here and say that he can fight a perfect fight. We say if you fight against Ortiz, he can fix all those holes. But I gotta see it. You know what I mean? My brother's like, hey, I know the kid's talented. I get it, but I have to see it. I have to see him see that heart get tested, and I go, All right, fair enough. Fair enough. So some of you out there still don't believe it. You don't believe it. You're not on the hype train until you actually see it, right? You see him against the lower level competition. We saw him against another champion and standing on this, and he cooked him. And I understand the circumstances. Like, don't think that I understand the circumstances. Stanionis being out of the ring for a very long time. Don't think I understand all of that. But he still cooked his ass. Regardless, he cooked him. It was easy. you know. But yeah, we want to see Boots in the ring with somebody, that'll give a little bit more resistance, and we want to see, hey, who can test him, who can test that heart of his and skills. Yeah, hey, what's going on, Zay? I appreciate you. Boots will do what Crawford did to Canelo, yeah, to Virgil. See, that's a smart. Now you a smart guy. You a smart guy. Yeah. I don't think it'll be as clean, but I do think that he could do something similar to that. Yes. Yes. I true yes. Yes, with that movement, subtle movement, occupying them up front. Yeah, with the jab jousting, with the feints, you know what I mean? Keeping them. So like go back and watch the Lubin fight and watch how when Lubin would use, some probes as he like lead hand, just watch how he's able to slow down Virgil just a little bit, slow him down. Virgil didn't really throw, as rampant as he did, and Virgil picked his spots wisely to land and throw shots. But those little times or those little moments like there, if you can keep occupied out there like that, and not throwing punches, that is what you want to do against a guy like Virgil. The less punches he throws, the more punches he miss, the better it is for you. You start to frustrate him, and the game plan, the part two to Virgil's game plan, and part of his system is, if damn it, if I can't get to you, I gotta fight harder. You know what I mean? And it reminds me of Spence, because that was Spence. That was his plan B every single time. All right, well, I'm gonna force this shit. I'm finna come. I'm walking through everything. I'm gonna force it. I'm gonna force the pace. I'm gonna come through. So I'm like, I see some similarities with Spence and Virgil Ortiz in that aspect, right? That's his plan B. Fight harder, right? Raise the tempo. So but if you keep him occupied, if you keep him busy, keeping him honest, and you keep changing those angles and making him pick up his feet, it's gonna make it difficult for him, man. It really is. Similar to what Canelo had to deal with Crawford. Sure. Yep. Damn right. Yep. You limit your exposure, B. All right. Let me see. I like that. Let me see what else we got. That McDonald wife. I do got that McDonald Wi-Fi. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm in a horrible part of the house, man. Let me go somewhere else, man. I'm in a horrible. Ah, he said fix that McDonald's house Wi-Fi. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I do got that McDonald's Wi-Fi. I ain't gonna lie, man. Yeah, I need to get me one of those new routers. Mr. Nobody Jr., what's good with you, man? Appreciate the $2, man. He says, well, what can Abdullah Mason do versus a core to win the fight? Well, I think that'd be a boxing fight, but he would definitely have to be aggressive. I know that. That's for damn sure. He's gonna have to be aggressive. He's a lot longer than Shakur too. Um, a lot longer. He got like a 74-inch reach. He's a southpaw too. Got a good straight left hand, good uppercut, and he got a mean ass jab. I would love to see. I haven't really seen Shakur with too many southpaws. I mean, yeah, I've seen him against southpaw, but not one as wiry and strong and punches hard as freaking Abdullah. But I think they to be honest with you, they sparred before. And according to my sources, Abdullah was giving Shakur some business, according to my sources. So is I hope this better. Damn, this thing make my head look bigger though. Damn, that close up made my head look bigger. I do got a big ass head. I'm not gonna lie. That's for damn sure. But yeah, I'm upstairs now. Hopefully the Wi-Fi better up here. But that'll be a damn good fight. Shakur, I think Shakur will be have to be very defensive because Abdullah can punch. He can freaking punch, and he punches in his combination forms too. Um, I would, one area where I want to see Abdullah, I want to see him be able to create a little bit more off the front foot. I know he got that jab and he gets in and out on you, and he kind of like invites you in, like in that space in between. He'll jab you, pow, then he'll step back and he'll wait. He'll want you to come in, or at least he'll try to counter, and then he'll pop, pop, and he'll try to set a trap on you. So with step backs, but I want to see if he can create a little bit more off the front foot and trying to control his opponent other than just shooting a jab. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen him fight in a minute, so he's been in the lab working. So I'm pretty sure he's improved in a lot of different areas. That's the one thing about Abdullah that I've learned about following his career is that he'll take constructive criticism and he'll go back to the lab and he'll work on it. He'll work on it, man. And he's always open minded and he's always listening. So he wasn't one of those guys that come back and try to harp on me when I used to say, well, you did this, or you give some criticism or whatever. He's one of those guys that's like, hey, what'd you see? What you think? And then his jab is hard like that because I told him. Like I told him it was a fight that he had. I think it was in Philly, and he was fighting a little short Hispanic guy, and he had this little flicking jab, and I was just like, man, yo, jab got to have more authority on it, man, more control up front. I said this lead hand got to get stronger, man, and then that's when we start seeing that you know what I mean, that putting the body weight behind the jab, So he went back to the lab and worked on it. And he came and I seen him in the next fight and I saw that jab and I even talked about it on there. I'm like, man, like this kid, not only can he take criticism, but he actually applies it. And shit, look at him. He's getting better. He's improving in areas where he was weak. Inside, I told him about his inside game. I'm like, your inside game, you got to get more comfortable inside the pocket. And it seems to me that he's gotten more comfortable and more relaxed inside the pocket, catching shots coming underneath, seeing things underneath, body shot, he's a lot more comfortable and calm inside the pocket. You got to be that way. Please, Tim, please, no, Tim, enjoy retirement life. Yeah, that's what my wife said. Yeah, that's what my wife said. My wife said, no, you're not. You're going to stay retired, man. Yeah, man, I appreciate the $5, big dog. I said, what's good, Champ? Just want to say, what's your take on Eubank and Ben 2? All right. And you say Heaven Brady Jr., Kale. Oh, he did? Evan Brady Jr., he had a first round KO. I like Lil Brady Jr., man, for real. I was a little disappointed, man, with his discipline. To be honest with you, bro, I appreciate you, man. Um, I was just disappointed when Top Rank let him go, man. He had a couple of issues with some weight issues and stuff, man. But I thought him as a fighter, I thought he had the right mindset as a fighter, man, and good skill set. He knows how to fight, man. Lil Brady. So it's good to see him still, although, he's not with Top Rank anymore. It's really good to see that he's still doing well. I thought he had really good skills, But Eubank, I was just watching Eubank and Ben. So this is the thing. The thing is that what I see, the problem with Ben is he's not disciplined mentally. He's a little bit of a knucklehead, man, and he loses his shit. In that ring, you gotta be able to think inside the ring, man. I understand that there's moments where you're reacting, but you got to be able to think. And sometimes he just, the game plan, he veers from the game plan. Some guys are like that. I was like that in spots, man. I'm not gonna lie. I veer and I start doing my own shit, and I end up getting myself in some problems. And I see him in the first fight. That's what ended up happening. And I see him also like on the back end, like he started to run out of like ideas and creativity on how to close the distance on Eubank. Eubank finally got in the groove. I think it was around like 6, 7, 8. Start getting in the groove and got really comfortable on the outside using his jab. And if you go back and watch that fight, man, Eubank won that fight with his jab. Occasional right hands, but he won the fight with the jab, man. Go and watch the first few rounds, and you will see he barely ever deployed that right hand. It was just a jab, hooks every now and then, but it was a jab. So knowing Bo McNam, understanding their system, they're gonna try to outbox him. That's what they're gonna try to do. They're gonna try to outbox, bend, make it easy, make them reach, make them pay. Use your feet, changing your positions. And that's it. Make Ben pick up his feet, make him chase. When he miss, counter him. That's what this gonna be about. That's what it's gonna be about. So I'm gonna say first four to five could be dangerous. Anything after that, I got Eubank. So I think Ben will be dangerous early, because he's explosive, he's athletic, and anything can get in there. If you're not on your P's and Q's, one little slip up, you get caught on that chin, you could go down, get hurt. And, Eubank is a pretty good finisher, once he hurts you. So I would say the first half of the fight is always dangerous. Second half, I see Eubank pulling away, see him pulling away. So I would say Eubank, but hey, never know. The power of Ben, if he can land that shot, man, that right hand I see available, but there's a punch that's available that I don't even think Ben and his team really realize or understand, but it's the left hook. That's the punch. That's the punch that he should be looking for. You already know Eubank is going to be anticipating that right hand. So you need a different plan, and the way you can set it up is you can run him into the right hand. Eubank likes to keep that hand out in front because he likes to catch the jab, and then when he's shooting his jab, sometimes he drops his hand, slip inside and come with the hook, then a right hand, but straighten that right hand. Straighten it, not wide and slapping and clubbing, straight right hand. Oh, he can surprise. He's surprised because this hand, he's always down. Eubank always dropped this lead hand, man. Just watch all his fights. He's always dropping his lead hand, right? And you see the right hand, but what he does is he'll bend down and let it fly over his head. He'll bend down and let that fly over his head, So, he's anticipating that right hand coming, and he has a little defensive responsibility by getting down and getting his head down. But that left hook, he ain't gonna see that mug coming. Promise you that. He ain't gonna see that coming. Yep, and throw that left hook and come right with that right hand. Come with the right hand. Set it up that way. So, look, anything is possible. This is boxing, but I favor Eubank late, going the distance. I know he's trying to stop him or whatever, but, that's a lot easier said. Now, I wonder one thing, though, people. I wonder one thing. What's up? What's the deal with the weight stuff? I was looking online. I was looking online for it. What weight are they fighting at? Is there any rehydration clause in there? Let me know in the comment section after I read these super chats. I appreciate y'all, man. Al, I appreciate you. What's your thoughts on M. Billy ducking that Lester rematch? M. Billy conditioning is in his head. My thoughts on that fight is that fight should have been, they should have ran that fight back. That fight should have been ran back. However, I think it has something to do with the promotional companies. That's what I think it has to do with. Sometimes we think that it's the fighter that doesn't want the rematch. Now, let me tell you, I think that both these guys, they want that rematch. But sometimes it's the promoter that pulls you away from that and say, hey, we're going to go in a different direction for now. We'll let that be a draw. We can always come back and revisit that, but let's try to veer around that because that fight was extremely tough for you. So they can always go back and revisit it, but I think this might be a promotional or a managerial type of decision. So that's what I think about it. So you never know, man. You never know. Shout out to Zatel. He said it should be Ortiz versus Fedora and Boots versus Bakaram. Then the winner for undisputed thoughts. Yeah, I mean that's in the perfect world. Hey, Ron, for real. That's in the perfect world of boxing. But this ain't boxing. There's nothing perfect about boxing. That sounds great. Um, but they not gonna do that. They not gonna do that. I mean, that's the way it should be. I was gonna say something, but I ain't gonna effing say it because I ain't trying to get them people no kind of nothing. So I ain't finna say none of that right now. What it just a thought that popped in my mind. Hey, this is a nice little doggy, man. Yeah, I appreciate you. So, but yeah, that makes sense to me. That makes a lot of sense to me. See, the Boots fight and Ortiz fight ain't happening. Both of them ain't got no straps. The straps they strapless. You know, I was thinking before I even got on here. I was saying to myself, "Damn, these are the two most popular guys in the division, and they ain't got no belt. They the two money guys, some of the money guys in the division, and they ain't got no belt. Like, and then I was thinking to myself, like, how valuable is the belt? Like, these are the two names that everybody want to see face each other, right? Like, we feel that like these guys are the two best in the division. Maybe some of you guys don't think that, but I'm just saying, it's like, damn, do we need a belt? I'm starting to think, do we need a belt? That's accolades, yeah, but shoot, I don't know. Like, I a part of me feel like you need a belt if you're gonna do it, but damn, we'll see. You know, but I definitely want to see. I definitely think that makes sense. Shout out to Satel. That's my guy anyway. That's my dude right there, man. Sean, if you want a great perspective, man, the dude that's very level headed, somewhat of a lightweight genius. That dude's perspective, man, the way he articulates things is fire, man. And ain't no shame on my game, man. I respect certain guys in this game. Zatel is one of those guys I respect heavily. So, shout out to Satel. If you ain't subscribed to his channel, man, I would advise you to go subscribe to his channel, man. The dude, he be putting out fire, y'all. He definitely do. Hey, I appreciate you, big dog. K.O. Norman Sr. He called Bridgewater ATL clown. Oh, for real? Hey, hey, Big Herm, hey, check this out, man. I we had some issues back in the days. I mean, there was a video that was spiraling around, bro, and I was serious as a heart attack, man. It's a lot of these fathers, they have a hard time when somebody give them any type of criticism or any type of pushback or whatever. And fighters are the most sensitive athletes on planet Earth. Are they more sensitive than football players, basketball players? Boxing is the most sensitive because in boxing you got to have a damn big ego, and I know in every sport you do, but in boxing it's mano a mano. It's not a team sport. It's a bit different. So all these fighters are very sensitive because they work their asses off, and how dare you say anything negative about them? You know what I mean? So hey, I was once a fighter, a young fighter too, and I didn't like it. I didn't like that fucker back in the days, Dan Raphael. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy now. Me and Dan is cool. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't like that dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, forget Dan Raphael. But I'll tell you this, I didn't say it publicly. I kept it in my mind and I used everything he said as fuel. You know, that's it. And what the young fighters got to take from it is that people gonna talk. You let them talk. If they not talking about you, then you ain't doing something right. Period. Whether they disagree with you or agree with you, like you want people to talk about you. Regardless. Period. So That's some game from me to you. I had to learn that. So when Dan was popping off at the mouth, I was just like, I'm gonna show you. But that's in my head. I ain't even trying to clap back in no me social media, none of that. No need for that. Nah, I heard what you said, but check this out. When I get this win and I look impressive doing it, hey, that's gonna be for you. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be just specifically for you. So that's it. That's it. Norman is a bum. That's what Haney said. That's what Haney said. Haney don't want no credit. Haney don't want no damn credit for this fight. Haney think this fight gonna be easy. He think it's gonna be easy. Yeah. He think it's gonna be. Hey, shit. Look, you never know. You never know. Look. I checked this out. I was asked today. I'm like, look. It all depends on when Norman lands, how Haney reacts. If Norman can land, if Haney reacts and he's good, shit, it could be a long ass night for Norman. It could be. It all depends on if he can take that power or not. That's what it depends on, right? So, Haney is the superior boxer here. He is. He is. So it just all depends on that. As soon as he get that chin hit or on that temple or somewhere, if he takes it well, if he's still there, then damn, he can win the fight for sure. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not buying the juice. I'm not buying the juice. And I mean that wholeheartedly. And I'm not talking about the juice, the snack. I'm talking about, did I just say snack juice? No, I'm sorry. No. I'm not buying it, people. I'm just saying. Call mom. Let mom know I'm on my live. Jada, call mom right now. Let her know I'm on my live. All right. Boots is not Crawford. No. Hey, y'all there? My bad. Bradley would just let Joel train you again. Would I let Joel train me again? Let my dad train me. All the killers at Golden Boy. Timothy Bradley ducked all the killers at Golden Boy and PPC. Okay. You duck spoke. Yes. Yes. Anyways, I'm over here. I'm checking out some of these. Hey, for real. Let's go. Let's go, Tim. Late night boxing talk. Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, G. For real. Jerry, I appreciate you, man. For real. Thank you. Um, Mason beats Noakes. Yes, I think he does, but I'll be worried. I'll be worried past 7. I'll start to worry, and especially if Noakes start to close the distance. That's only if he's around that long. That's only if he's around that long. So, but I definitely got Mason winning the fight. Think he has what it takes. The one to beat Pitbull. Bradley, I think you should be a coach. I would love to be a coach. I ain't gonna lie. I would love to be a coach. I just want to just be in the gym and just kind of like shape and mold. I've learned a lot since I've stopped boxing. I study a lot. I watch boxing often. Um, but yeah, you can learn from anybody, man. Thoughts on Keyshawn Davis' career right now? Keyshawn Davis right now is shelved. It's what you call shelved. It's the same thing that happened to Crawford. Crawford was shelved by Top Rank back in the days before he got the opportunity to spar me, and then I let them know that boy was bad. That man was a bad man, because Crawford was in the streets, and that was right around the time, I think 2006 is when that bullet came through that window when he was sitting in that car, and then, they basically shelved him. They put him on the shelf and was like, he ain't gonna be nothing, let's let him be. So right now, Keyshawn Davis is being shelved right now. You know what I mean? Because of his behavior last time. He's been punished, So look, I know that I saw his live, and he was saying something about, he had some good news, and he was happy what was going to be coming about in the next few months. But for the time being, Top Rank right now, I think they moving. They trying to find a place to land. I don't know any details or what they doing. I just know that they some of the smartest people in the business. They the longest reigning promoter in the business. I'll tell you another thing. Boxing's kind of been kind of dead without him. I'm not gonna lie, and that's just what I think. It's been kind of dead without him, man. So I want to see them get back on their feet, and I definitely want to see Keyshawn get back on his feet too, because I think he's extremely talented, and I think he's a much need character at 135 pounds, 140 pounds. I think he's missing out right now. However, look, next year we'll see what happens next year with him. But damn good fighter, man. Damn good fighter. Michael Jordan. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what we got going on. What else we got? Hey, Rob, I appreciate you, man. Slimming, looking slim. Gotta get that rematch of Pacquiao. Nah, man, I'm done with Pacquiao, bro. Yeah, I'm slimming up. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm grinding. I'm grinding, man, every morning. Every morning, man, my body wake up naturally by itself. I don't need to set no alarm. It wakes up naturally, and then as soon as it wake up, boom. I'm out there. I'm out there on the grind, man, in the morning time, and I'm running. Yeah, slimming down. Um, yep. So, but that's it. I got a. Oh shoot, I got Eubank by X Mac. Hold up. Let me see something. I think I got a super chat real quick. Hold up. Let me see what's good. Adrian, I appreciate you, man. How did you crack the Philly Shield? How do you crack the Philly Shield like Mayweather and Shakur against Cepeda? Also, your thoughts on Marquez and his team still believing they beat you. I don't care about what Marquez and his team feel that they did or did not do, because guess what? When I tried to rematch Marquez, his team said no. Y'all didn't know that, huh? His team. So when you talk to Marquez, you let him know that we were trying to do a rematch and I wanted to do a rematch, and he said no. So, difficult fight. Bradley don't fight. Yeah, okay. So that's just what it is. Um, and how to crack the Philly shell? Ah, man, come on. There's tons of videos out there, man, showing you how to crack the Philly shell. But there's several ways. I'm not going to sit here and explain it all. But what do you see when I do this? What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? There's a crease right here, right? There's a crease here to the body, right? You're gonna have to lift that arm up. There's a crease right there. What else do you see? You know what I mean? You might see a right hand over the top right here, right? You see the right hand over the top. But what happens if you go this way? Then what do I have to do? I have to turn this way, right? So you gotta attack this shoulder right here. The right hand gotta come up and over the top. Gotta come up, down. Marcos Madonna, Mayweather, check it out. All right. Marcos Madonna, Mayweather, check it out. When Marcos Madonna was coming over the top, downward, right? Another thing, watch the Cotto fight against Mayweather. Watch that fight too. Cotto was actually using the jab, the lead hand, and throwing it out here to the left side, was catching Floyd. It wasn't the right hand. He was using the jab hand. Go watch that too. But yeah, there's many ways of doing it, man. Many ways of cracking that code. Some guys do it better than others. Mayweather obviously is the best at it. James Toney was really good at it as well. But yeah, the same. See, so when Shakur was fighting against Cepeda was attacking his body down low. He was attacking him, and he was landing some of those body shots as well. But that's the hardest thing to do against freaking Shakur, is land on his damn face and be impactful in the fight. That's the hardest thing to do against a guy like Shakur, is land clean on his head. So if the judges are counting body shots, damn, I think Zepeda would have won the fight. But it's really hard to really tell and shit bouncing off the arms. And he blocking, he shielding up, and you can't hit him on the damn face. So always difficult with Shakur. Yeah, does Spence become a Hall of Famer? Yes, Spence is a Hall of Famer. In my opinion, he is a damn Hall of Famer, man. Yes, 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 yes. And I'm gonna say that. Many people may not believe he is. They don't think he's done enough. But, this is a guy that held down three straps and he held them down for a while. And I get all the injuries and all of that stuff. But, like, this dude came back from that car accident and fought against Garcia and, like, a puncher and, you know what I'm saying, and beat him. Like, the dude fought against, then wasn't it Ugas too? Didn't he fight Uga? Did he fight Ugas too? Like, this is crazy. This guy didn't do tune-ups, even when going through what he went through. Like, he come back and he fights the best. So, like, hell yeah, he a Hall of Famer. And to be able to bounce back from what he went through, shit. Hall of Famer in my book, that's for damn sure. So, I got Spence as Hall of Famer, and that's for damn sure. Yup. Appreciate that, man. All right. Let's see, Tim, how much it costs to catch that hand? How much does it cost to catch these hands? uh, a lot. It costs a lot to catch these hands, man. Yeah, the amount of money they spending now. Come on, man. Bring a old retired Hall of Famer out of the from home, shoot, off the couch, that take a lot, man. Hell yeah. Boxing talk was good, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the $10.